I do a kickflip. Woo!
Hi, my name is Colby Wells, and I am 40 years old this year.
All right, man. So we'll get into it. How long have you been skateboarding for?
I got my first skateboard when I was probably 7 years old, and boarded for, I don't know, 4 or 5 years, and started standing up, and it's been on one ever since.
Do you remember who gave you your first board?
Yeah, I got it for my birthday. My mom and dad gave me a Nash Heatwave, and it was the greatest thing ever. Then my first real board, I feel like, was a Pal Angel Boy.
Pal Angel Boy.
Yeah, you remember that?
Yeah.
The guy from, yeah.
Absolutely.
Willie and all them, yeah.
When you first started skateboarding, were you by yourself in it, or did you have some community?
No, my cousin Kirby, who was a little bit older than me, we kind of started at the same time, and then another friend, Johnny Revis, we all kind of picked up together, but there's really about 3 or 4 of us, and that's it for years and years.
Where'd you grow up there?
Paris, Arkansas.
Paris, Arkansas. You know the population out there now?
At Paris?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a little over 3,000 something.
And then it would have been, that's fine. Then it would have been
About the same.
Yeah, it's
Not
just
much
never grown,
change,
huh?
Yeah, it fluctuates, but not too much.
Do you remember your first fishing rod?
No, because fishing was always there from being a baby. I don't remember not ever fishing,
Yeah.
you know, and hand-me-down rods from my brother, my dad, and my grandpa was a huge fisherman. So it's always really just been there.
Been in
And
your blood.
I don't remember getting a first one or anything. I do remember breaking a lot, but not really getting that many.
With that, then if your father taught you and your brother taught you, you learned from the family.
Yeah. Yeah, then that was just spin casting. As far as fly fishing, I got my first one whenever I was a senior in high school. My friend Andrew Cousins fly fished, and we worked at the city pool together, and we'd just go out there on the lawn and just practice casting, and that kind of got me hooked on that. And I had a green Shakespeare fly rod for the next 4 or 5 years until I finally could get me a nice, really G. Loomis Adventure, and I love and miss that rod every day. So I shut it in the car door twice, and that'll do it.
I hadn't thought of asking you this, but being a skateboarder and a fisherman, you understand that while you love your gear and you feel attachments and sentimental value, it's all temporary.
It's all temporary. It's all breaks.
Part of the beauty of it, though. Is
Yeah, for sure.
get something new. Do you believe that you took to fly fishing from being a skateboarder because of how manual it is?
Oh yeah, for sure. And just it's all on you. You're the only one that's going to be able to land this trick. You're the only one that's going to be able to get that cast where you need it. So you didn't have to be on a team, which I was on a lot of team sports and everything, and I just always felt bad if I did something to let the team down.
Yeah.
Opposed to this, if I let myself down, I get on myself, but just keep on going, and that's the beauty of it. You know, mess up, try again, mess up, try again. You're not hurting anybody but you.
Which we talked about this earlier, the way that you look at the world is through the lens of a fisherman and a skateboarder. So you absolutely drive past a stair set or a curb or a creek.
Oh, yeah.
You're always thinking about it, wonder what's in there, wonder how that is.
Yeah, it's any handrail I see, I know I can't get on it, but I'm still looking at it in every way I'd come at it if I could. And that's just like every puddle I see. I'm thinking how there could be something in there. But the funny thing is the difference between whenever I was a young man, I skated street, and we didn't have a lot of transition, but I was always out, finding a new spot, getting in people's way, skating street. And then I'd go fishing. You'd go to a pond or the city lake, and it's reversed as I got older. Now, whenever I'm out fishing, I'm walking the most jungle, deep, intense creek I can find. I don't know, 2-foot water, and you're just catching small sunfish. But it's just as wonderful as catching a big bass, if you ask me. And now on skateboarding, I haven't skated in the streets in quite a while because it's hard. So now I'm at skate parks. If I'm going to be skating, I go to a skate park where it's nice and smooth, very little rocks to get any kind of rip on. So
it is.
yeah.
It is funny that as you age, your approach to both trade places.
Yeah.
I do the same
Very
now,
much.
where I skate only at skate parks. I fish really ridiculous stuff that most people wouldn't care about. And it used to be I only fished the local lakes or the creek by my house, and now, you know, and then I would skate streets and stuff that most people wouldn't care about.
Yeah.
It's a neat exchange.
Yeah. Well, it just seems like you fishing and you get, whenever you're fly casting out on a pond, you got all the room in the world. You have all the room to get your timing off and everything. And, you know, but with time, you get better. I feel like I get better at fishing with time. I got more control, so I can fish them creeks with this branch here and this over here. I mean, I still get hung up all the time. I'm by no means a great fisherman, but I can fish better on small creeks than I could back then. Whereas back then, I had the energy and everything to skate street, to push up a hill and everything. And now, I'm fat and lazy, and it's hard for me just to push up a hill. So a smooth concrete, I can do a lot more without having to worry about the environment, kind of a thing. Whereas I think you get better at fishing with age. I feel like I'm getting worse at skateboarding with age, but that's not a reason to stop.
But yeah, your attention to technical application just transfers.
Yep.
When you're a kid, you'll jump down the stairs, you'll throw your body down stuff, you get hurt, and technical application doesn't matter. Then you grow in skateboarding, you start wanting to learn more difficult tricks. And I feel it's very similar in fishing.
Oh, yeah.
Where it's like you enjoy the technical application of a small stream.
Yeah. And just like anything else, that small stream's going to have just new experiences, just like any kind of skateboarding thing. Even at a skate park, you go to a skate park and it's going to be set up different than the last one you're at, so your approach has to be changed. You have to be able to just bounce in between things.
You've always find the similarities.
Oh, yeah.
I tail slide hips, and every time I go to a park, I look for the right hip. To
Yeah.
be like, can I get a good tail slide here? So I understand that as well when I go to a creek and I'm trying to read it the way I read my home water.
Whenever I go to a skate park, I'm usually looking for the smallest mani pad I can find. On a creek, I'm just looking for anything. Now, as I get older, the bigger the challenge, the funner the reward. Whether it's small or big, it's still a reward. Even not catching anything is a reward just to be out there.
I don't have much more for you. I do have one more question.
Yeah. Why am I so sweaty?
Well, I know why you're so sweaty. We went skateboard. It's hot as can be. It's 100 degrees and humid. These people may not know that, but I mean, you're wearing the same clothes you are at the clip, so they'll know. The culture between skateboarding and fishing, particularly fly fishing, I've always felt a lot of overlap between like the brotherhood you have with skateboarders you find with other fly anglers. You can do both with people or by yourself. You can find validation, you can learn from people, you can learn by yourself. Do you have any insight on that or any thoughts about it? You can word vomit about it if it makes it come out easier.
I mean, it's just that it's on you to do, and it's on you to be the person that achieves this. And you meet other people that have that mindset, and it's just something to kind of come together. Like we were talking today, I kind of like to skate with people more now that I'm older. Instead of just going out and trying to do it on my own, I feel like I'm wasting my time because I'm not getting that camaraderie, you know, that you get. And I love to go fishing with people. I have an easier time fishing by myself than skating by myself, but that's because I live in a place where I just don't have a lot of fishing friends. Or I do, they just all moved on and are doing different things, and we're all grown up, and it's hard to find time. But yeah, I mean, the communities are both the nicest people that, well, maybe not the fly fishing community as far as get looked down on, you know,
That is a true stereotype.
But in skateboarding, you're always going to think that the roughest looking people in skateboarding can be the sweetest people in the world. And yeah, I just think that's, I think whenever two people have a love for something, that camaraderie is going to build regardless.
I hadn't considered this until now, but I should ask this, and I need to put it on my list. You're a 40-year-old man.
39.
39. Your body doesn't work the same as it did. For me, it takes me 20 to 30 minutes of skateboarding before I feel like I'm warmed up enough to try tricks. Sometimes it's 45 minutes before I feel good, and then an hour and a half in, my legs don't work.
Oh yeah, 100%.
And the crossover between fishing and skateboarding, since your body doesn't function the way it did, do you feel like it's been a cushion for you?
Yeah, 100%. That's cushion as far as something to go to that isn't skateboarding that I love, kind of a thing. Is that what you're asking?
Yeah.
And every first of the summer I'll get the shoulder pain, after running it a couple of times. So that's really it. Other than that, maybe if I do it all day, my back will hurt. But if I skateboard every morning after and I get up, my whole body hurts.
Yeah.
And that's just, but I mean, it's worth it. It's worth every pain. This year, after I don't know many years of skateboarding, I did my first bad injury where I kind of ripped my MCL, and luckily I didn't have to have any surgery or anything. But it's been, I've only skated a handful of times since the beginning of the year. So that's why I wasn't very good today if you see any video. But it's brewing, and I know the day's coming. I mean, maybe I'll be 80 whenever it comes, but that I'm not going to be able to skateboard anymore. Like I want to skateboard, I think I'll always be able to roll around, but I feel like I'll be fly fishing until the day they put me in the ground. I'll probably do it that morning, they'll put me in the ground that evening, kind of a thing.
So I'm starting this series, and it is in my heart and soul that anything that you do, you should bleed for it if you want it to succeed. As a skateboarder, you had to give up some skin to learn tricks, which that. Skateboarders know more than anything what it's like to sacrifice and to keep moving. And I think as a skateboarder, it's very important to do that. So most people are going to get swag from me in the future.
What the hell?
But I wanted to give you this.
Dude, why would you? Oh my gosh, Drew, you are too much, dude.
This is not going to happen for anyone watching this,
Dude,
or anyone who's participating.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Dude, I cannot believe that. I'm not.
My first skateboard was a Veriflex with an 8-ball on it, and I've looked for one for years.
I've looked for this board for so long and I guess you saw that post about it.
I did.
It's the sweetest thing anybody's done, for sure, dude.
Well, I'm glad that you like it.
Thank you so much.
And I'm
yes.
so thankful for you to come and participate
Man,
with me.
I feel like I need to do more interview and more to be able to live up to this, man. Thank you so much.
I'm wanting it to be a easy, lighthearted series, and I wanted the first one to be really blessed. And I think this is the way to bless it.
Man, I think this is very much a blessing for sure.
Got any parting words for encouragement, words of encouragement, words of affirmation for people who love the same things you do?
Get out there and skate, even if you're not taking all 4 wheels off the ground. Just get out there and skate, have a good time, and get out there and fish. You don't have to worry about catching. That's why they call it fishing. So, have a good one.